Hey guys, how's it going? Here are the notes that we're going to do for tonight. Don't forget, or rather, I hope you didn't forget, but I guess if you're reading this, then you didn't. It's going to go on page 58, and it's going to be called Factoring Quadratics. So here we go. Let's get started. Okay, here's your goal, that after today, oops, you can't see that color. That after today, you'll be able to factor a quadratic where a equals 1. Now, the only part that might be confusing you is this a equals 1. Okay? The general form of a quadratic is, here we go, general form is ax squared plus bx plus c. Think of it kind of like linear. Remember, linear was y equals mx plus b, where m was a number and b was a number. Okay, well, quadratics are the same thing. Okay, when we look at them, okay, whoops, a is going to be a number, b is going to be a number, c is going to be a number. Now, when I look down at this quadratic, a is 1, b is 6, and c is 8. That's going to come in handy when we start talking about these. Now, we've already done it with the blocks. We've already done it with the cubes, okay? Or I'm sorry, with the blocks, and we've done it for 2 days. So, here's what you do. First, you figure out a pair of numbers that add to b and multiply to c. So, that's what we have to do. So we have to figure out what number plus what number equals b, what number plus, or I'm sorry, not what, plus, times what number equals c. Now in this case, b, whoops, let me erase, equals 6, and c equals 8. So what numbers multiply to 6 and add to 8? I'm sorry, add to 6, multiply to 8. Well, I'm going to start down here with the multiplying. Okay? 1 times 8, that equals 8, but 1 plus 8 equals 6? No, so that can't be it. Okay? 2 times 4, well, that equals 8. 2 plus 4, that does equal 6. So my numbers that I'm going to be using are 2 and 4. Okay? Now, there's a special note down here. Don't forget that 2 negatives can also multiply to create a positive. That's going to be important later. Okay? Now, in class, I'm not going to say the middle term or the last term. I'm going to say B and C. So you make sure that you know what I'm talking about when I say B and C. Okay? So, because the numbers I got were 2 and 4, when I write my answer, I'm going to say x plus 2 and x plus 4. There's my answer. Now, if I want to go back and check it, just like we did yesterday, all I can do is go do my box. Oops. x2, x4, and I've got x squared, I've got 2x, I've got 4x, and I've got 8. X squared, these two give me 6x, and then I've got 8. That matches that, so we're good again. Okay? That's it. Those are the notes. I'm going to go over 3 practice problems. You might want to pay attention, so here we go. Now, for practice, I have to figure out, oops, there's supposed to be an x right there. I have to figure out what adds to 13 and what multiplies to 12. Now, let's start 3 and 4, because I know 3 and 4 equals 12. That's good. 3 plus 4 does not equal 13. That's not good. Okay, the next one would be 2 and 6. But 2 plus 6 does not equal 13. Well, what else can I use to get 12? Oh, what about 1 and 12? 1 plus 12 is 13. So then my answer would be x plus 1, x plus 12. Okay, that's that one. The next one is going to be a little bit trickier. Okay, what plus what equals negative 8? What times what equals 16? Okay, now I'm going to make it easy. 4 plus 4, or I'm sorry, 4 times 4 does equal 16, but if I go 4 plus 4, that does not equal negative 8. Okay, this is where we have to go back to that special rule. And remember that 2 negatives can also make a positive. So when I go back, I'm just going to change what I had here. And instead of saying 4, I'm going to say negative 4 times negative 4. Because negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4 does equal 16. So that's good. Negative 4 plus negative 4, that equals negative 8. So then my answer would be x minus 4, x minus 4. Now for the last one. Whoops. Okay, this is the tricky one. Okay, now I have to go what plus what equals negative 3, what times what equals negative 24. Now, let's go 6 and 4. So negative 4 times 6. That works. But now if I do negative 4 times 6, or plus 6, that equals positive 2, so that's not good. Now I remember somewhere in my brain, because I'm good with factoring and I'm good with combining, that 3 and 8 will, I'm sorry, hold on. Okay, so what we're going to do, I made a mistake. We're going to change that to minus 5x. I know that negative 3 times 8 is negative 24, but now if I go negative 3 plus 8, that does not equal negative 5. That equals positive 5. Okay, but that's easy fix, because I know that if I just switch the signs, and I just say, instead of negative 3, I say positive 3, and instead of positive 3, I say negative 8, that's going to give me negative 24 still, and 3 plus negative 8 is negative 5, so I know my answer will be x plus 3 times x minus 8. There's my answer. We're going to be practicing more of these tomorrow, so I hope you have them done. Oh yeah, there's also going to be a quiz, and I'm probably going to give you 3 minutes to do it, but you can do your note. You can use your notes. So, good luck. See you then.